What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome into the All-22 review. I'm Fran Duffy, and today we're going to take a look back at some of my favorite plays from the Eagles' decisive win over the New Orleans Saints on Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles' first home win here of the 2021 season. And we're going to start with this run game. Offensively, continues to be a dominant force for this Eagles team, one of the most dominant aspects of any offense in the league right now. And I think when you look at it, one of the things that stands out most to me is just the multiplicity, all the different layers of the run game. And I think that that's something I wanted to put on display early on in this breakdown, all the different things that opposing defenses have to prepare for. Let's take a look at those right now.
Let's take a look at all the ways this run game can be so lethal against defenses. And this is just a basic zone read. It's a downhill run for Jordan Howard. It's inside zone. He's going to read off of this block on the backside. Look him trust that hole is going to open. Jordan Mailata creates the seal, and Jordan Howard gets downhill for an explosive play on the ground. A little bit later, you're going to get split gun here from the Eagles, 13 personnel. This is just power lead. You're going to get the pulling guard and Jack Driscoll. You're going to get the fullback Jack Stoll up to the second level, double team, moving people at the point of attack. Outstanding block there from Jordan Mailata and Jordan Howard downhill. But it's not just downhill runs. You've also got the perimeter run game. And again, this one out of 12 personnel. This is going to be a pin pull scheme. You're going to get Mailata kicking out the force player. You're going to get Jason Kelce up to the second level. On his way up, he helps out Jack Stoll on his tight end block against the linebacker. And now you've got Miles Sanders sprung down the sideline on this perimeter run, a pin pull play down the left sideline. Keep these perimeter runs going. This is just option football. Speed option here. Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, 10-yard gain here on first down. Again, where you're just getting the football out in space to your speed back to make a play out in the perimeter. Then you factor in the quarterback run element. You're going to have jet motion here from Jalen Reagor. You're going to get two backside linemen pulling to the play side. This just is counter football. But Jalen Hurts is reading that defensive end. He's square to the line of scrimmage. He's going to give this football off to Jordan Howard. Great displacement by the front side of the offensive line. And you've got Jordan Howard shoulder square to the line of scrimmage downhill for a big play. Later in the game, same exact play. You get that jet sweep action there from Jalen Reagor. You get the two offensive linemen pulling from the backside. You get the read element here. This time you see the defensive end not square to the line of scrimmage. He's chasing the back. Jalen Hurts keeps this one. So think about this. Downhill runs, perimeter runs, option runs, QB reads, all of these different layers make this rushing attack so difficult to stop.
So we start this breakdown off with some X's and O's. Let's now transition to some Jimmies and some Joes. And I think the big thing when you look at this run game is the dominance up front along the offensive line. Whether you're talking about the right side where Lane Johnson, we profiled him last week right here in this segment. You go right across the line though. Everybody from Jason Kelce, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jack Driscoll, everybody chipping in. The tight ends doing a great job at the point of attack as well. Everybody can be highlighted from this game, and I did exactly that here in this clip.
Now let's just take a look at the offensive line here. And Jason Kelce pulling up to the second level, getting a little bit of a chicken wing on the linebacker, getting up to the corner, helps create a seal for Miles Sanders. He's sprung up for a 25-yard gain and a first down. Here's Jason Kelce working in tandem with Jack Driscoll. Great vertical displacement on this zone run. He gets Miles Sanders up to the second level. Great job by those two guys on the play side. Now you've got Kelce working with Landon Dickerson. Look at the movement those guys get, uprooting the nose tackle, getting him off his spot, giving Miles Sanders room to work. The double teams on Sunday, very, very good against the New Orleans Saints. Now look at Dickerson working one-on-one. We're going to work that outside arm and create the seal for Jordan Howard to work downhill. Outstanding displacement there from Landon Dickerson. Watch Jordan Mailata here on the double team block on this power run play, working with Dallas Goedert. He gets Davenport on the run and gets him on the backside of that play. Outstanding job there from Jordan Mailata. Then you see him here, this one in pass protection. Jordan Mailata gets one hand here on Cam Jordan and gets him down to the ground. All these offensive linemen chipping in across the board, doing an outstanding job, both run game and pass game. One final look, Lane Johnson working in tandem with Tyree Jackson on the backside of this run, getting a defensive lineman off the ball. Everybody chipping in up front here in this Eagles run game.
And then obviously one of the X factors here with this run game is quarterback Jalen Hurts and what he can do with his legs. 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, the first Eagles quarterback ever to accomplish that. I want to take a look at a couple of those touchdown runs as well as one of his biggest runs in this game. Again, just showing all the different ways he can impact the offense on the ground.
Let's take a look at 3 of Jalen Hurts' biggest runs here in this game. He's going to drop back, 3rd and goal on the goal line inside the low red zone. Saints in man coverage. They're trying to figure out who's going to pass off this running back in coverage. Jalen Hurts takes advantage. He runs to the pylon, sneaks in for a touchdown, beating Demario Davis to the corner. Earlier in this drive, the Eagles facing 3rd and 2. All this is QB power read. Jalen Hurts is going to read this end man on the line of scrimmage, and he's going to play off of him. He either hands this ball off to the back, or he's going to keep this one himself. He does a great job reading here, gets downhill on the QB power read, and takes off for a huge play. You see the wheels here from Jalen Hurts on this one. 20-plus yards to get the Eagles into the low red zone, and the QB run element, just a big part of this offense right now. And late in the game, that kind of seals it, right? 3rd and 6, you get the orbit motion from Jalen Reagor. That removes Demario Davis from the box. Now Jalen Hurts is reading that end man on the line of scrimmage. He plays off of him. You see that juke there in the open field, puts his foot in the ground, gets downhill, takes off for the end zone. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the afternoon.
So obviously Jalen having a huge impact on the ground while still executing as a passer. And I thought especially in this game on 3rd down with his arm, he did an outstanding job of executing and attacking the defense where they were weakest. A few examples here in this clip.
Now let's take a look at Jalen Hurts in the pass game. 3rd and 6. These are all 3rd down passes. Watch Dallas Goedert here. This has become a staple of the Eagles pass game, especially on 3rd down. These sail routes, these little short corner routes to the tight end especially. You can see Dallas Goedert creates that separation at the top of the route, gets open for a 1st down. Later, 3rd and 6, once again, this time going back to Dallas Goedert. It's an empty set, and watch the Eagles play design here. A little bit of a rub route here against man-to-man coverage. A couple guys open here. Dallas Goedert gets open, nearly scores, and I think he might have scored with the review. The Eagles end up hurrying up to the line of scrimmage, and Jalen Hurts sneaks into the end zone for a touchdown on the next play. 3rd and 2, later in the game, you're going to see Devontae Smith get open on a crossing route, and the crossing route is a great way to beat man-to-man coverage. Look at the traffic that Marshawn Latimer's got to run through. Jalen Hurts just has to make sure that linebacker is cleared, and he's got Devontae Smith open for an X play in the passing game against man-to-man coverage on 3rd down. Outstanding job executing in that situation. One final play, 3rd and 6, facing a blitz here. Great job from Jalen Hurts of executing, getting this ball out, but I love what Dallas Goedert does here on this play. Watch Dallas Goedert attack the football, reduce the route, come back to the line of scrimmage, secure this football through contact, and then get upfield for more damage. The Eagles' offensive passing attack doing a great job, and they are executing really well on 3rd down.
All right, so let's transition now to the defensive side of the football. And we just wrapped up looking at the Eagles' 3rd down pass game. Let's now look at the Eagles' 3rd down pass defense, where I thought we, again, saw an increased amount of pressure from the Eagles in this one. You saw a lot of different pressures, where there were blitzes or stunts. The Eagles just being very aggressive when they get into 3rd and long. We saw it last week against Denver. That showed up once again here against the Saints. 2 blitzes I really wanted to highlight.
Let's take a look at some of the blitzes here from the Eagles on 3rd down in this game. 3rd and 11, 1st quarter. Eagles in dime defense. 6 DBs on the field. Looks like too high to start things off, but the Eagles shift late to cover 0. This is going to be an all-out blitz, forcing the incompletion. Let's take a look at this from the end zone angle. You're going to see the Eagles running a double TE stunt with edge pressure coming from safety Marcus Epps and cornerback Avonte Maddox. Both guys have a free run off the edge. Derek Barnett leaking inside. Huge hit there on the quarterback, and the Eagles get off the field on 3rd down. A little bit later in the game, 3rd and 6. Love this late phase, this late disguise here from the Eagles. They're going to force the offense to slide that way. You got Rodney McLeod and Marcus Epps both looking like they could come. Well, they fall out late. You've got Alex Singleton blitzing from the opposite side. Look at this quick throw from Trevor Siemian. And we can take a look at the end zone angle and exactly what forces him to make this throw. Again, you've got that late movement there from Rodney McLeod, the center. They're all pointing, hey, we're going to slide that way, slide towards the blitz. Well, that means you've got the slide going one way. You're going to man-to-man with Fletcher Cox and Josh Sweat with the offensive line. That means if Alex Singleton comes, that's on the quarterback. The Saints don't account for him, and it turns into an incompletion. Eagles get off the field on 3rd down.
So a lot of players involved on those blitzes, really well designed there by Jonathan Gannon and the Eagles defensive coaching staff. Let's now transition to the run game, where again, you don't get into 3rd and long without stopping the run on early downs. And I thought there were a number of examples where everybody across the defensive front did an outstanding job of fitting against the run. Here are a couple of examples that really stood out to me on tape.
You don't get to 3rd and long without stopping the run on early downs. Let's look at the play side of this Eagles defense here. Look at Javon Hargrave and Milton Williams, both stacking up the line of scrimmage, creating that wall, forcing the running back to bounce. TJ Edwards in 58, Jannard Avery do a great job of pressing downhill. Avery does a great job of squeezing this. Darius Slay is late to fill this play in. Eagles get a stop behind the line of scrimmage in the low red zone. Outstanding job there. Overall team run defense. Another example here. Heavy set of the formation. Again, look at that side of the Eagles defense. TJ Edwards and Milton Williams both doing a great job here creating that initial wall. Alex Singleton pressing the line of scrimmage. Ryan Kerrigan holding up against the extra offensive lineman. Look at Marcus Epps, his effort to beat this block. Here's Darius Slay. He's filling this in. Again, everybody, look at all the black jerseys in on the football. Just really good overall team run defense. And then one final play. This one a little bit later in the game. Watch as you're going to get a little bit of a misdirection play, a little flip play from the Saints offense. Jannard Avery is not fooled. He does a great job here of making sure that he is in the right spot to cut this run off, force it back to the black jerseys. TJ Edwards does a great job of defeating this crack block from the tight end. Again, forcing everything back inside to his help. That's where Fletcher Cox comes in. Overall team run defense really strong from the Eagles in this game.
And now on to some individual performances. And I want to take a look at three players, one from each level of the defense. Up front, I want to start with number 91, Fletcher Cox. Whether it was against the pass or against the run, I thought Fletcher really showed up here in this game. He was the guy that I spotlighted a week ago here in this segment. That continued this week. Whether it was stopping the run, forcing fumbles, impacting the quarterback, I thought Fletcher really showed up and won a number of his battles in both facets of the game. Let's take a look at Fletcher's big day against the Saints.
The guy up front that really stood out to me here in this game against the Saints was number 91, Fletcher Cox. Run game, pass game, does not matter. Look how he disrupts here. He's able to get into the backfield, force the running back to cut back right into TJ Edwards. Fletcher Cox did a great job disrupting on that play. Watch him here, play through contact. He controls this block from snap to finish, tosses the guard to the side, impacts the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage, gets him down to the ground. Watch him here as a three technique. Shoot the gap, get into the backfield, and get the tackle for loss there behind the line of scrimmage. Impact the run game there behind the line. Outstanding negative play there from Fletcher Cox. Very next play, he's going to shoot the gap once again off play action, get into the quarterback's face, force him off his spot. Really good QB pressure there from Fletcher Cox, forcing the incompletion there. Milton Williams in pursuit as well. Great job there from the rookie number 93. Later in the game, Fletcher Cox once again. He's going to stack this block here from the guard. He's going to squeeze it towards the run lane, get off the block, and then watch him stick that bear claw out, poke this football on the ground. Does a nice job creating the turnover for this Eagles defense. Fletcher Cox was all over the field in this game. No sacks, but impacted the game in a number of ways.
Let's now get to the second level where linebacker TJ Edwards, a guy who just got his fresh new contract on Monday afternoon. Let's now break down what he did. Obviously, we all saw the interception, but look, TJ Edwards is a really instinctive pass coverage linebacker, and I think that's something that gets a little bit undersold about him. I go back to watching him at Wisconsin. He was extremely productive in the pass game. A number of interceptions, pass breakups, that showed up in this game, not just with the pick, but with what he did getting the ball on the ground at the catch point.
Let's take a look at TJ Edwards here, as you're going to see him playing at the second level of this Eagles defense. Attack downhill against the run, realize it's play action pass, get to your landmark, get under this throw intended for the intermediate route. Obviously, it's a little bit underthrown, but he's going to climb the ladder and make the interception. Does a great job here setting up the Eagles' first touchdown of the game. And this is a great play in its own right. But this is not the only time we've seen TJ Edwards make plays in pass coverage, and it's not the only time in this game that he impacted the pass game. Watch him here, dropping as a Tampa 2 hole player, and he's going to get underneath this dig route on this dagger concept, force Trevor Siemian to tuck this ball, and then watch him rally down and make this play on the check down underneath. Great job from TJ Edwards on this play. Then later in the game, fourth quarter, watch TJ Edwards buzz out to the flat. He's going to mirror this flat route from the running back, impact the catch point, help force an incompletion at the line of scrimmage. Great job there from TJ Edwards. Here on a 2-point conversion play, again, attack the line of scrimmage, then get back into the passing lane, gets a mitt on this ball, forces a pass breakup in the end zone. TJ Edwards, a very instinctive player. That shows up not just in the run game, but also in the pass game. Showed it in a number of ways here in this game against the Saints.
And last but certainly not least, let's now get to the back end of the defense where in the secondary, Darius Slay continues to show up. His third touchdown in the last 4 games. This one, a pick six, the second of his career. I think when you look at big play Slay, his ability to read routes shows up on a weekly basis. When he's playing from depth, from off coverage, his ability to read and break on throws, so consistent. Now it's turned into some big plays. Let's take a look at a couple of examples here against New Orleans.
3 touchdowns in 4 games for Darius Big Play Slay. And we're going to take a look at his one from this past Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. Watch him here off coverage. Watch him read the route. Ball's not out of the quarterback's hand yet. The receiver's about to break. Darius Slay jumps this throw. He's able to beat the receiver to the spot, and he picks this and takes this the other way to the house. Again, his 3rd touchdown in 4 weeks, his 2nd in 2. Earlier in the game, watch him here, 3rd and 7. Again, jumping this route, and this is all tape study, route recognition, whether it's from man or from zone, from off or from press. Darius Slay has consistently done this throughout the course of this season. We see another one here on 3rd and long where he's going to undercut the dig route and get a pass break up here in the middle of the field. He's been playing as one of the top corners in the league. Now we're getting to see, obviously, these big plays come up, but Darius Slay has been outstanding here this season for this Eagles defense.
So we'll be talking about all of these plays in depth over on the Eagle Eye in the Sky podcast, wherever podcasts can be found. And we will be getting you ready for Eagles-Giants, the Eagles' 2nd NFC East matchup of this 2021 season. Make sure you go check out Eagles Game Plan, which will be dropping right here on the Eagles YouTube page, on Eagles digital channels on Friday. Or if you're local here to Philadelphia, make sure you go check it out Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. on NBC 10. Otherwise, we will be back right here next week on the All-22 Review. We will talk to you next week. Fly, Eagles, fly.